So for my first lock of the week, is going to be the Bucks over the Raiders. When I saw the Raiders somehow find a way to choke that game against the Chiefs by fumbling that snap on Black Friday, that's when I knew that this team was not ready. That this team is not a good coach team. Antonio Pierce did a whole lot of politicking last year, and he was the voice they needed to hear that year. He is not the voice that needs to lead them into the future. Um, yeah, you need some. You gotta do some soul searching in Las Vegas. They are going to get demolished by the Bucks. I think that's my first lock. My second lock, we'll go with the Bills over the Rams. The Bills, they're red hot, and the Rams. I think it's gonna be effectively what the game was against the Eagles. They just if the Bills can pressure Matthew Stafford, it's GG's. That's all that's needed. And this low key a trap game for the Bills, but um, you know, I think that they'll be able to take care of business. That's my second lock. And my shock of the week, give me the Bears over the 49ers. Clean slate for the Bears. Once upon a time, they actually beat the 49ers with Justin Fields as their starting quarterback. So I think that Matt Eberflus gone. You know, Caleb Williams, I think, is gonna have like a big old weight off his shoulders now. Let's see this offense a little bit more fluid now. Let's see what they're really made of. Let's see if they can actually time manage and call the correct plays at the end of these games, man. And this is a 49ers team that is just absolutely derailed by injuries. I mean, no more CMC. They lost another key defensive piece in Givens, this past Sunday as well. I mean, one more needs to be said about the 49ers. And this game is in San Francisco, but I think the Bears could pull up the shock of the year and pick up a close game, win by a field goal. Bear down. I believe in your team, Jay. That's my shock of the week.
Okay, nice, nice. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and make this a 3-0 sweep, man. The Eagles over the Panthers, obvious reasons. The Eagles are top three team in the league. Love what Bryce Young is doing in Carolina, bro. And I need to make it known that this man has stepped up on a level that I first thought this man could be. But now I feel like benches have been great for quarterbacks this year. Like A Rich is balling, like Bryce balling.
Hold
Hey,
on.
bro.
Hold on. Y'all called me crazy. Y'all was like, that nigga need to be traded. Y'all said, trade that
Yeah,
nigga.
for sure.
He
And
is
then
hooping right now. They
no,
benched him, and now he look how he supposed to look. Don't trade that man. Don't get no quarterback.
nah, he shouldn't have. Like this. Is my thing. Trading wasn't like saying that he wasn't like okay. I just feel like that wasn't a good situation. He still was always going. I feel like going to be at least solid, but I didn't feel like the location in Carolina, bro. I mean, golly. But I'm looking now. I'm like, okay, I can low key see what I saw like his rookie year, flashes of it. But this year he had let me down the entire year. So shout out to Bryce. I'm really excited for like bro to like keep cooking. Like I want the Panthers to be good again, bro. The area out here is really fun when like the Panthers, you got the Commanders, all that, but all that the Ravens, everybody cooking, bro. It's like everybody's hype. So I want the Panthers to be good. Um, but they're gonna get their ass kicked on Sunday. I'm sorry. Jalen Hurts and Saquon are just gonna annihilate them boys. And okay, so my other one, who do I have? Oh yeah, I have the Dolphins over the Jets. Um, I just don't. I think the Jets are done. They're not really. I don't think that the Jets have it, bro. They lost it. They lost their. The locker room is gone. I feel like Aaron isn't a leader. Tay is like, just following Aaron at this point, like about to rot in New York. Um, I just think the Dolphins are gonna come out with high power just some way and get that dub. And my shock is that I'm gonna go out on a limb here, bro. I think that the Falcons are gonna beat the Vikings, bro. I think that Kirk Cousins is pissed off about last week, and it's a revenge game. I mean, I think he gonna go for a record day. That's just my thoughts. I think he's gonna
Like
cook.
that. My first lock, y'all stole it. Eagles go ahead and stomp a moho on the Panthers, man. It's gonna get ugly. Yeah. It's gonna get ugly, man. Shout out to Bryce, but that one gonna be ugly. Um, my second lock, I'm gonna go ahead and take Bills over the Rams. Bills are hot right now. Uh, I just don't see that going any other way. This gonna be crazy. My shock is gonna be the Chargers over the Chiefs. I think with this being a close divisional game on Sunday night, I think the Chiefs can the Chiefs. I mean, the Chargers been playing some real good football. They lost to us, but they still play some real good football. I think that if the Chargers can capitalize on the classic Chiefs mistakes they be making, they can go ahead and pull out a real tough divisional game. So that's gonna be my shock. Chargers over the Chiefs.
My first lock, I'm gonna go with the Steelers over the Browns. I feel like the Steelers losing to the Browns in Cleveland in snowy weather. I feel like they're motivated. I feel like they want to get revenge. So I'm gonna go with the Steelers over the Browns. My second lock, I'm gonna go with the Lions over the Packers. I feel like it's gonna be a close game, but I feel like Detroit is too good offensively right now. They're gonna struggle defensively, losing all those linebackers. Packers are gonna eat them alive. Pause in on defense. So I'm gonna go with the Lions over the Packers. And for my shot, I'm gonna go with the Bengals over the Cowboys. Cause Joe Burrow is playing out of his mind right now, even though their defense is god awful. Their defense is historically bad. The Cowboys will always cowboy, and I feel like they're tanking. So I feel like the Bengals will sneak one over the Cowboys.
For my first lock, I'm gonna go with the Vikings over the Falcons. I'm gonna tell you right now, with how Kirk Cousins has been playing, I think I think the Falcons season is over. Honestly, I don't think they're gonna win that many games left. I think that they're just terrible on offense now because Kurt just looks washed, man. He looked like a statue
Phoenix
back there.
season, baby. Michael
Yeah,
Penix season.
yeah. It looked like Kurt is going to be traded this whole season. So most likely their season is going to fall apart. And I think the Vikings win by like 10. I don't think it's going to be a complete beatdown, but really, the Vikings are playing pretty well. They're going to go 11-2 after this game. Pretty good. Their turnaround from last season. And for my second lock, I'm going to go with the Bucks over the Raiders. I think the Bucks with the way they play and stuff like that, they're always, like the last 3 seasons. They're about to set a record. If they win the division, it's going to be the first time ever that a team wins the division 3 years in a row, starting 6-7 or something like that, or 6-6. No team has ever won a division 3 years in a row on having that bad of a start. But the Raiders are a mess. They're gonna might not win another game. Honestly, they're gonna lose out. And for my shock, I'm gonna go with the Packers over the Lions. The Lions have too many injuries on defense, of course, and like how they play. The Packers are a pretty physical team as well, so they can get pretty physical with Detroit. The game that Detroit actually won, that was a low scoring game. Jordan Love didn't look that good because he was coming off the injury that he had because he's been injured a couple of times this season. I think Jordan Love is going to light them up, honestly, and I wouldn't be surprised if they win by like 14, the Packers, honestly, because the Packers are so weird, honestly. They're a weird football team to look at and see what can they do. So I think Detroit loses game because of their defensive injuries, and that will make the division much interesting because they will be 11-2 with the Vikings, same record, and the Packers will be 10-3 right there.
grow and thrive.